Hey guys, welcome to this week's edition of Forex Forecast. I'm very excited today because last week was amazing for every one of us in our community trading the Forex market. Last week I predicted 5 currency pairs live here for you guys on this channel. 5 of the currency pairs went exactly and as precisely as I predicted last week. You guys can go check out the videos for yourself to confirm what I'm actually saying. I do this for you guys every single week. 75% of the time I predict currency pairs live here on this channel, it goes exactly and as precisely as I predict. You guys can go check out what I'm actually saying for yourself. So last week I predicted Euro GBP, which is the first currency pair that we are actually going to be looking out for again today. Last week I told you guys that the market was actually going to bounce off the zone to give us a retracement. The market was about this zone last week, and I showed you guys on the 4-hour time frame that we are looking out for a retracement. I was looking for this market to retrace to give us a 51.8 or 61.8 retracement, which is exactly what happened. We got to a 50% retracement, and the market retraced quite excellently well. So this is what we had last week. The market came, touched the 61.8 level twice, and then the market is looking forward to actually bouncing off that zone, as you are going to be seeing shortly. So the market has retraced, which is what I told you guys the market was going to do last week. I told you it was going to be a buy, after which we are going to be following up with a sell. So this week I'm looking forward to start selling. We're at a very critical level right here. This zone, which has been tested as a support and as a resistance, was tested as the resistance here, and also a support here, and the market has tested that zone again twice. If you stretch back a little bit, you will see that the market has tested this zone also at this point as a resistance. So we're at a very critical level. The market will likely start falling sometime this week. So this is what I'm actually looking out for. So if you go down a 1-hour time frame, let me put a moving average on this to show you some amazing stuff. Okay, the market is here to break past the 20 and 50 moving average. Let me go ahead and move that away. Those are not good confirmations, but on the candlestick level, we are saying that we have 2 bounces off. We already have a double top on the 4-hour time frame. We're seeing this week this long rejection here. We're seeing this long rejection week, and also seeing this second one here. This is the double top, and likely the market is going to be falling from this zone. Okay, now there's every possibility also that we might get a liquidity grab happen up until this point when the market opens, but I just want to assure you, and I just want to say confidently so, that we are going to get a bounce in between these 2 levels. Anything from here, the market might actually just start falling once the market opens, but for this week I'm confident that we're actually going to go in on the long sell on Euro GBP. I showed you guys this zone last week. I told you that we're headed to the 0.8427 zone. This is our long-term target, so I'm very confident that the market will actually start falling again sometime within this week and in between this zone. That is if it doesn't start falling from Monday morning, because the market will likely on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday do some form of market pricing in preparation for the core CPI news coming out on Thursday. So this is likely what you're actually going to be getting Euro GBP next week. Okay, so we're looking out for a set. Now let's jump into Euro USD. Now if this is your first time on my channel, I do this every single week. Every single week I come on here to predict currency pairs with 75% accuracy. You can go and back test every single video. This is like the episode 33 or so of this weekly analysis. I do this every single week, man, and I'm always spot on this analysis. So this is a good channel to subscribe, follow what we are doing on this channel, make money. I got a lot of testimonies last week from the analysis. I got over about $25,000 worth of testimonies from just last week. Okay, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD is another currency pair I predicted for you guys last week. I told you that, well, I showed you guys this zone right here. I told you that we're going to get a reaction from this zone, and the market was actually going to be bouncing up from this zone. We only had this first bounce as of last week. We only had just this one bounce. I told you guys that it was too early to jump into the buy, too early. I told you that we're actually going to be expecting a second bounce, which is what we had right here. the market bounced the second time, and then we had a liquidity grab happen, and then the market is actually looking forward to head all the way up. So this week I'm expecting this buy to actually complete its cycle. I'm expecting this market to move all the way to somewhere here come next week. But just to give you a better basis for entry on a 1 hour time frame, if I were you, I'll actually be waiting for a good retracement to actually happen, let's say to a 61.8 level. So if we get this market actually come here and give you another bounce somewhere in between, I would love you to enter somewhere around the zone to give you a better risk to reward, so that you can make more money from this trade. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. Come next week, we're looking for this market to actually bounce off from this zone again to this as first target, to this place as first target. These are first targets right here, 1.1138 zone, first target. Second target is about somewhere about this zone right here, 1.1235. so get a better entry for yourself and go on a buy on Euro USD. That's my analysis. Now let's move over to AUD CAD. AUD CAD, I think, is one of the currency pairs I prepared for you guys also last week. I think AUD CAD was the one I was like most precise. I told you guys that last week that the market was actually going to retrace. The market was about somewhere here last week. I told you that we're expecting a retracement to happen like 61.8, between 50% and 61.8, somewhere at about this level. I told you guys we're going to be selling. I think most of my community members made more money on AUD CAD and Euro GBP. I think that was the analysis that most people made the most money on. So we had this retracement happen somewhere here. Market retraced in between 50%, got to 50%, sorry, retracement, and then bounced off. And I think I also mentioned also that this support right here, I think I mentioned that it was not going to hold, that we're actually going to break this support right here. I mentioned that we're going to get a break and close below it, which is what we had with these two candles. So AUD CAD, I'm expecting that this week it will actually keep falling to about, this is our target. I showed you guys this level last, I think 2 weeks ago or so, or 3 weeks, I can't remember. I told you guys we're heading to the 0.8619 zone, and we are still headed there. The market is just grinding slowly every week into that zone. We'll definitely get to that zone before the end of, hopefully before the end of August, right? So what I'm expecting on AUD CAD next week, I'm expecting this market to actually stop out a lot of traders, because most traders will start selling at this point. That's typically how traders think. They'll love to start selling from this point, probably do something like this, assume that this retracement has happened and we have a 1.8% retracement, and then they start selling. But most of the time, this is where traders lose money. I've come to know by experience, anytime you have a support or a resistance very close to a prominent key level, the market tends to do a liquidity grab. If what I just said is, if it's confusing, you might consider joining our mentorship program to get more explanations on that, because I can't get more explicit than that. Okay, but that's usually what happens. So this is what I'm saying, is this is what I'm actually looking forward for entry. I'm not looking forward to enter here, because some people might give you the support, put something here and say, okay, the market will likely reverse here. It's very, very unlikely, but it's possible, yeah, but I think it's unlikely based on my experience in trading. Okay, so this market will likely blow off the zone, stop out a lot of traders, then go ahead to bounce off this zone, or even probably this zone. Okay, that's possible before we get that push all the way down. So I'm quite bearish. I'm quite bearish on AUD CAD, but we have to get that buy to happen first. A buy has to happen, a liquidity grab has to happen before this market actually falls to where we are looking out for. So we are looking at this to happen next week. Okay, this is what we're looking at for next week. Okay, something like this. Okay, so that's it. Let's move on to Euro CHF. Euro CHF, I think, is one of the currency pairs I picked it again last week. Last week I told you guys, let me move the, okay, last week I told you guys that we are slowly grinding. We just keep grinding all the way down to This is our target. Our target is this 0.9485 zone. That is where we are ultimately headed to. So this market will likely just keeps grinding all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. So I showed you guys this zone last week, and this zone, as you can see, if the market has bounced off it first time, did a liquidity grab above it, second time, bounced off it again, third time. So I think it is actually time for this market to start selling. It will probably start selling right from Monday morning. That's just what I think is actually going to be happening here. I think right from as of Monday morning, this market will likely just start falling. Consider if I'm to give a signal on this, which I mean, of course, you should not risk all your money on this, okay? But however, if I should give a signal on this, ATR on this is 22 pips, stop loss 55 pips. That's fair enough. Target, our first target is somewhere here, which is 1:1.3 first target, and then our second target is somewhere here, which is 1:2. Okay, 1:2.1 thereabout. Okay, so typically this might actually be the first trade I'll be taking at the open of this week. Okay, so that's my bias on Euro CHF. My bias is sell. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's move over to the last currency pair, which is GBP JPY. GBP JPY has really been playing us a lot. Even as of last week, I think last week it played us a little bit, although I was still spot on the analysis, because I told you guys that we are going to get a fall happen, but I didn't know we are going to go this high for a liquidity grab. I didn't know we are going to go this high. Okay, the market fell from where I predicted last as at the open of the market, but then we now had this very long this right here. Let me show you where the market was when the market opened. 1 2 3 4 5. Good. So this was where the market was as of the open of Monday morning. So I assumed that the market was actually going to be falling. I didn't know that this was still had a long way to go, liquidity grab above here, for this fall to actually happen. But I already predicted that the fall was going to happen, and it has already started. So I'm very hopeful that this week this fall is actually going to continue, having completed a very clean liquidity grab. Man, it actually should start falling. Okay, so this right here, I think I told you guys that this was our first target. It already hit first target last week. Then this is where we're ultimately headed to. So we're heading to the 178.01 zone as our first target. Then second target somewhere at about this zone right here. If the core CPI news does something good, we might actually get to this level, this 172.85 level. So I'm very bearish on GBP JPY. Now, if you want to learn how I do this analysis and how I have taught hundreds of students how to make money from the financial market, I have a full mentorship program that I would love you to join, because I found out that truly it's very difficult for traders to actually become profitable in trading without a mentor, and that is what we aim to provide at the Trading Academy. It's a one-time payment, full-time and lifetime access to me and my expert traders, teaching you one-on-one how to trade the forex market. So the link to the program is actually on this channel. It's on the description, so go ahead and grab that program right now. But however, if you don't have money to join, we have a free program for you that can actually get you started on the basics, and for you to be able to use our signals and use our analysis to make money. Okay, so either ways, we have something amazing for you guys on the description. Check out the description, check out the links, and also join our Telegram community. I always forget to say this: join our Telegram community. We share free signals on the Telegram community, okay, on some of the analysis I perform for you guys right here on this channel. So I love you guys. Till I come your way again, cheers to well. I'm FX Daddy from TradeWave. Have a wonderful time trading. Goodbye.